Good morning. I am Desi Hall, Director of Student Activities at Atlanta Technical College. First and foremost, I want to begin today by recognizing all those among us who have been a part of the great brotherhood and sisterhood we call the U.S. military, our veterans, active duty service members, guardsmen, and reservists. Your service and sacrifice have kept our country safe and free. Veterans Day looks a lot different this year than it has in the past. Our current state of affairs and the protective measures implemented across the country to stop the spread of COVID-19 have forced us to think creatively and to ensure we stay safe while honoring our nation's heroes. This year, as we mark Veterans Day and honor our nation's veterans and their selfless courage, we would be remiss if we did not also take the time to celebrate veterans of Atlanta Technical College. Whether you're a student or employee, we applaud you for your service. At this time, Irina Prudenti will share. Ms. Prudenti.
Thank you, Ms. Hall. Yes, I'm going to share a poem. It's called Veterans Day by Cheryl Tyson. Or Cheryl Dyson. I'm sorry. On Veterans Day, we honor all who answered to a service call. Soldiers young and soldiers old fought for freedom, brave and bold. Some have lived while others died, and all of them deserve our pride. We're proud of all the soldiers who kept thinking all our rights. They have fought through many days and nights. And though we may not know each name, we thank all veterans just the same.
Thank you, Ms. Prudenti. At this time, Ms. Melanie Sewell, our Vice President of Administrative Services, will introduce our speaker. Ms. Sewell.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm here to introduce Dr. Lamario Primus, our U.S. Navy Reserve military service member and a leader in higher education who values dedication, service, and excellence. As a U.S. Navy Reserve veteran, Lamario brings unique perspectives gained from his ability to balance military and civilian life while empowering others to continuously be of service to others. Using real-world examples, Lamario sheds light on how experience is leadership can expand far beyond military rank and title. Lamario learned the value of dedication at an early age, growing up in Milledgeville, Georgia. Lamario's perseverance is the determination to become a positive inspiration for those after him and has been his life's journey. Through his duty and commitment to help the mission, Lamario was noted for his professional achievement of streamlining the deployment process for over 400 U.S. Navy sailors, deploying to CENTCOM and AFRICOM from the Expeditionary Combat Readiness Center, detaching from Fort Jackson, South Carolina in 2014. Throughout his reserve military career, Lamario has earned an associate's degree in general studies from the Georgia Military College in 2005, bachelor's degree in business administration from Georgia Southern University in 2008, a master's degree in educational leadership from Strayer University in 2011, and a doctorate in higher education leadership from Clark Atlanta University in 2020. Through his prior military service, Lamario brings the same dedication to his work of service to ensure others achieve greater success. With all accolades above, it is also a pleasure to work with such a caring, dedicated, and goal-driven young man. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Lamario Primus.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Sewell, for that amazing introduction. It is a privilege to speak before the veterans community today. Before I get started, I'd like to thank the president of Atlanta Technical College, Dr. Victoria Seals, as well as the entire faculty, staff, and student community for continuing to make the Veterans Day a priority. As we navigate through these difficult times, it's important to continue to honor all military service members who have previously served, those currently serving, as well as those who have lost their lives fighting for the freedoms that we all appreciate today. Oftentimes, we are so busy in our individual lives that we must be reminded that there is a population of individuals out there who are risking their lives, leaving their families and loved ones, and protecting our borders with honor, courage, and commitment each and every day. As those sacrifices are embedded into the fabric of our nation, it's our duty to always remember to give thanks to all service members who saw the vision of sacrifice and service to contribute to the greater good of this country. The theme for this year's Veterans Day program is Vision, Veterans in Focus. The focus for this Veterans Day program will highlight three major points. Point number one would be, what does it mean to be a veteran? Point number two would be the duty to country. And point number three would be life after service. Focus point number one, veterans hold memories close to their hearts and are elated to share those memories with family, friends, and other veterans. The pride associated with sharing military stories carries a level of honor, respect, and courage, as many veterans do not have the opportunity to share their stories. So as veterans are in focus on this day, you may be asking yourself, what does it mean to be a veteran? Well, being a veteran means raising your right hand and taking the oath and obligation to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America for the first time with your heart fluttering. Being a veteran also means leaving your family for the very first time for some time while waving as you leave for military boot camp. Being a veteran also means making that 1 2-minute phone call to your family after arriving to boot camp and your recruit division commander hits the dial tone before your parents say that they are able to love you as your call is up. Being a veteran may also mean seeing your family for the first time in months for a few hours and not having to answer the question, where will you be stationed? And lastly, being a veteran means helping fellow service members receive adequate counseling in times of need. These are just snippets of my personal experiences as a military service member. These experiences have also fueled me to deliver great care to the veteran community at Atlanta Technical College. Through the timely reporting of veteran education benefits, I am proud to service the veteran community to ensure students receive their eligible housing allowances and other benefits to assist in their everyday lives. The ultimate meaning of being a veteran is that each individual service member has a unique story to tell, sharing stories about how they navigated through times of war, deployments, and other career milestones serve as proud, heartfelt moments in history for others to live through. Focus number two, as the meaning of being a veteran varies, all military service members are charged with a duty to make the country safe from foreign and domestic attacks. From a historical perspective, the following noted wars will help all people understand the ultimate duty that veterans have serviced throughout time. World War I, the total number of individuals wounded was over 200,000. The Korean War, total number wounded was over 92,000. And the Veteran War, total wounded was over 150. Based upon those three noted wars, we have over 400,000 military service members who were wounded in combat. These military service members risked their lives, and we're all forever indebted to the service as they have been discharged into the civilian world. These are only a few reminders of how thankful we are for veterans and the price they have paid to ensure the safety and security of our nation. Focus number three would be life after service. After being discharged from service or serving their country, many veterans are experiencing a level of homelessness. According to January 2019's edition of the Veterans Experiencing Homelessness Point in Time report, the national snapshot of veteran homeless showed that 2.1% has a decrease in the estimated number of homeless veterans. Over 37,000 veterans have experienced homeless in January 2019. And this year alone to date, we have more than 11,000 veterans who have found permanent housing and which have been a critical support for services throughout the HUD program. Although policies, programs, and funding have been allocated to help veterans receive the proper housing, employment, and sustainability, I'm challenging every veteran to help other veterans that are in need. Continue to live by the core values of your respective military branches and be a great service for all to ensure that no veteran slips through the cracks of life. Helping veterans may not necessarily mean money. However, your time can also be just as valuable. Helping veterans means contacting your local VA department to provide necessary transportation so that veterans can get medical care and mental health treatment appointments as needed. Helping veterans may also mean taking time out of your busy schedule to pay a visit to a wounded vet at your VA facility near you. These wounded veterans may not have many visitors that may brighten their days. Helping veterans also means offering your special skills free of charge. You can help train veterans who may need these skills or those skills and who may have limited resources to pay for those specific assistances. Helping veterans also means helping from the heart because they've helped us at a certain point and mean it. In closing, in the words of past President Barack Obama, the person you pass as you walk down the street may not be wearing our nation's uniform today. But consider for a moment that a year or a decade or a generation ago, he or she may have been one of our fellow citizens who was willing to lay down their life for strangers like us. And we can show how much we love our country by loving our neighbors as ourselves. Happy Veterans Day to our veterans. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Promise. Thank you, Dr. Promise, and thank you for sharing that information and also sharing your experience in raising awareness. And happy Veterans Day to you, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. At this time, we will hear closing remarks from our president, Dr. Victoria Seals. Dr. Seals.
Thank you, Ms. Hall, and thank you to all of our program participants. Greetings to all of our ATC family. In the words of Alexander Hamilton, there's a certain enthusiasm in liberty that makes human nature rise above itself in acts of bravery and heroism. On behalf of Atlanta Technical College and our community, it is my pleasure to join you in commemorating Veterans Day as we recognize all veterans of the armed forces with special recognition for those in our college community. Today, we honor them in their brave and heroic service to our country. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, the Allied nations and Germany signed the armistice that would end the First World War. Commemorated as a national holiday in 1919 and renamed Veterans Day following the Korean War, November 11th is a federal holiday dedicated to American veterans of all wars and conflicts. The resolution of the United States Congress that officially recognized the armistice of World War I reads in part, "It is fitting that the recurring anniversary of this date should be commemorated with thanksgiving and prayer and exercises designed to perpetuate peace through goodwill and mutual understanding between nations." In the spirit of that resolution, today we express our appreciation for those who have served, our concern for those currently serving and those who support them, and our commitment to responsible, inclusive, and peaceful global citizenship. As a military-friendly institution, Atlanta Technical College is proud to support men and women who have served in the armed services and their families. I thank you for your service. I thank you for the opportunity to serve you. And we're continuing to make great strides. And as Dr. Primus pointed out, there's still much more work to do. According to President Barack Obama, in the face of impossible odds, those who love this country can change it. We are inspired by our veterans' sense of duty, and we are emboldened by their courage in the face of overwhelming and often impossible odds. So to our veterans, I thank you for your service. To our program participants, our guests, and our supporters, I thank you for sharing this occasion with us. Happy Veterans Day. Stay safe, stay well, and stay ATC strong.